Hey, welcome to Cow Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather free sneakers only, and today I've got a great new drop from Nike. It is the Nike AIR MAX TERRASCAPE Plus. Welcome to the channel. If you've not seen one of my videos before, I always look into 5 different categories when I review a pair of sneakers. Then at the end of the video, I will give these Nike AIR MAX TERRASCAPE Plus an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you see as you're going along, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device. And if you haven't already, whilst you're down there and you want to show some support, just click that little subscribe button as well. Now let's kick this review off by first checking out these Nike AIR MAX TERRASCAPE Plus on feet. Absolutely love the way that these Nike AIR MAX TERRASCAPE Plus look on feet. This futuristic kind of sci-fi look that they've given these Nike AIR MAX Plus really does resonate well with me. Now it's part of a range. They're currently releasing another pair in the Air Max 90s, which I've yet to see the drop date because it was due to be released recently, but they've delayed it. So keep an eye out for them because they also look amazing. Now one of the main features of this shoe for me is the fact that they've wrapped the Nike Air Max TN air bubbles that you get in the heel and underneath the forefoot here in this crater foam that you can see. Now that's normally found on the Space Hippie range and some of the other ranges where Nike are recycling some of the elements on their shoes. Now this shoe is 20% recycled by weight. Most of that is in this crater foam midsole that you find the Air units wrapped up in, and also on the Nike grind outsole. You can see all those speckled recycled elements on the outsole of the sneaker. As you go to the upper of the shoe, you've got this kind of quilted ripstop fabric that runs throughout the upper of the sneaker. I love the oversized swoosh that you've got here in this kind of teal-like mint green that runs on the outside of the shoe. On the inside of the foot, you've got a smaller swoosh just there. Then you've got the laces here, which have got some speckled 3M detailing with some TN detailing on the top of the tongue. One of the main features of the shoe, again, is this TPU cage that wraps around the middle of the foot. Now it is supposed to represent palm trees by bringing kind of urban culture with the TN Pluses closer to nature. What else they've done is created this whale tail look here with the plastic TN support arch on the midsole. But for me, this has just futuristic written all over it, and it really reminds me of recent sci-fi films that I've seen, definitely the Alien series, and also just watching Dune. It's just got that sci-fi edge to me that I really like. Additional embroidered details can be found in the toe box here, and when you move back round to this hardened heel cut with more TN branding, I just think the overall look of the shoe is really good. Now it currently comes in 3 different colorways that you can find on the Nike website. I think there's a 4th one rumored that's kind of like got a red tint to it, but for me, I really do love this black colorway out of them all. Now, next up, I want to check out the comfort that you're going to get from this Crater Foam Air Mid on my back doorstep. So comfort-wise, for these Nike AIR MAX TERRASCAPE Plus, I am very torn because this TN or tuned AIR MAX unit that is in the midsole, encased in this recycled crater foam technology, is much firmer than you might expect under your foot. Now Nike have marketed these as having unbelievable comfort. Now they are very comfortable, but they do ride firm, mainly because underneath this Air Max and Crater Foam midsole, you've got a huge amount of this Nike grind outsole, which is incredibly rugged, incredibly hard wearing, and it's going to offer you great grip. But no, absolutely no flexibility in this sneaker at all, and you can kind of feel that when you're walking along. These are an absolute unit to wear underneath your foot. Yes, they do offer some comfort, but it's definitely on the firmer side, so just be prepared for that. Now on top of your feet, you do get a really nice feel with this kind of quilted ripstop fabric that they use throughout, additional padding around the heel and in the tongue. And again, stability wise, this TPU cage that runs across the top of the midfoot really does encase your foot nicely. Now, fit wise, these for me came up a little bit snug. Now I've got a perfect length UK size 10 foot, and I did have room at the end of the shoe for my toes, and they did feel quite nice in that respect, but my feet are slightly wider than average, and I did find there was a little bit of kind of squeeze on my feet in the toe box area of the shoe because of that extra width I've got. So if you do have a slightly wider foot, I would probably go half a size up on these. But overall, I do think they offer a nice amount of comfort, and for me, these are kind of like a winterized sneaker. They've been brought out for the winter months in the UK anyway, and possibly a lot of other countries around the world. And they just feel like a very rugged shoe that's not going to take any nonsense at all. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales and show you how much they weigh. Just looking at the shoe, you know it's going to weigh a lot. 434 grams is a little bit surprising. I was expecting these to be closer to 500 just because of the amount of materials that are used on this shoe. Starting with the midsole, you've got a huge crater foam mid with the air unit encased, a large amount of this heavy hard-wearing Nike grind outsole. Then on the top, you've got this quilted ripstop fabric with the embroidered detailing. Then you've got the TPU cage, the extra padding around the heel. No surprise to me that these are going to come in a little bit heavy. But like I said, they are for me more of a rugged winter sneaker. So the extra weight I do not mind, because I don't think anyone's going to be working out in these. And that's going to be shown more as to why when I move on to the breathability section, where I'm going to pump this sneaker full of smoke to show you how breathable the upper is. So the Nike Air Max Terrascape Plus absolutely tanked the breathability test. The only place the smoke escaped was from the lace loop holes here and where the tongue meets the upper, the little gaps where the smoke could escape from. But in general, this ripstop fabric quilted upper is going to offer you great, cozy, warm comfort, but it's going to offer you zero breathability. So if you are going to wear these in the warmer, kind of humid months, please be prepared to have some kind of hotter, sweatier feet than you might expect. But if you're going to wear these in the autumn, winter months, they're going to offer you really great, nice, cozy warmth. And that again brings me back to the fact that they are more of an autumn winter sneaker. But these are not waterproof in any way, so do not expect them to keep your feet dry. Yes, this quilted upper is going to offer you some protection, but overall, if it rains hard enough, it's definitely going to get your feet wet. Now I want to move on to their price. Now these sent me back £165. That's a bit pricey for me, to be honest. I would have expected from everything this shoe offers really for them to be around the 150 mark, 155 max. So the premium price that they are does put me off a little bit, and that's going to move me on to my overall score for these shoes. And it pains me to give this score a little bit because I think they look absolutely killer and they are going to offer you a great winter sneaker, but I can only give them 3 stars. That's mainly because I think the price point is too high. I think Nike have marketed these as offering unbelievable comfort, and they just don't, sadly. They're definitely on the firmer side. Yes, the stability is there, but the comfort for me just isn't quite there. Also, they offer zero breathability and they're not waterproof. So yes, even though they're going to be warm and comfortable in the winter months, your feet will still get wet if it is wet enough out there, to be honest. Now, if you've liked what you've seen, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram and drop any comments below. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks, bye.